It's March. The Chinese festive season is behind us, and the snow is slowly falling less and less frequently. Jilin has become the hardest hit province in the recent COVID resurgence, so the streets have been quiet. I like these quiet days, because the streets in Changchun are not particularly well laid out for the cyclists.
So, Charcot Marie Tooth, right? What's the deal?
There is a little more to it than me walking funny or snapping my ankles every once in a while.
It's a neurological disorder that basically affects the myelin sheath around my neurons, causing the signals that is sent through them to not get to their destinations. Now, what that means is many of the functions that I'm supposed to be having, I don't have. For instance, I can't lift my feet up. Now, over long periods of time, this will also mean that my feet have become tremendously deformed.
This is still a cycling channel, so I decided to tell the disease story while also exploring town.
This whole city is surrounded by this massive highway that's running on a bridge in the sky. Well, this one. So this is basically the edge of the inner city. The inner city itself has no real super high rises like in many other cities we see in China. But the whole thing is built up. I would assume that it's equally distributed, like the population is equally distributed throughout the entire city.
Straightforward, non-strenuous cruising adds little stress to my condition and also allows me to get out of it. See the world through a different lens than most. I don't expect to ever become pro at this or break records, but it's something that I can do despite this setback.
What it comes down to is slowly but surely my legs are getting weaker. My functions in my fingers are becoming less and less. Things like finer motor skills like fastening buttons are becoming more and more difficult every day. I twist my ankles a lot. I've twisted it a lot, and every time I twist them or tear ligaments, I'm a little less mobile every time. The last major twist was in Zhangjiagang in Jiangsu province, where I just walked into a mall, tripped over a carpet, ended up in hospital for a week. Was booked off for a month and a half, and crutches for a bit longer than that. Hey, I was looking for a bicycle shop. Found one. Yeah, so I'm standing here on the corner of Nanhu Park. It's very dark in there. I guess it's because there are no lights in there. Apparently no bicycles. I'm gonna go to the main circle from here and show you around. Yeah, so I've heard of this famous circle in Changchun. I can just assume it's this one behind me. Don't really know the cultural significance. Perhaps I'll read up on it and add it. But I know that a city is really cool. A famous thing about it is a circle. like it's a nice warm spot here. I think I might just go for a swim later. It's really hot.
Because of the temperatures, not many people are very excited to join me on excursions. It also complicates my trips, but ironically, I find cycling in the snow blissfully challenging. I have realized that beyond a certain point, it doesn't seem colder. It just hurts exposed skin more.
Life is interesting. There's always something else to see. North of China is obviously a little north. We're gonna have to travel further to see something impressive, but there's a place not too far from here called Changbaishan. There's the Greater Qinghai mountain range. There's Dalian. There's Shenyang, which I don't think is that interesting. What else is there? Changchun. So yeah, there's a lot we can do and see within and around the city.
It does my soul well to move. I prefer the slower, long, peaceful movements while cruising on a bicycle. One has to work for one's own progression. It purifies the soul. Even the steady uphills, the ones that are not steep enough to be steep, but steep enough to tire the rider, are a wonderful way of exerting the evils and pollution that stains one's soul during the processes of everyday life. We may be secluded and separated and crippled, but we aren't gone.
There are many things that I would like to do that I just simply can't now. But so with everything in life, we're left to do what we can, I guess. There are so many things against us at the moment. The city's going under lockdown again. We just happened to move to the largest hotspot of COVID that China has seen in years. And we're in the middle of it. But what can we do? We just have to keep on keeping on, right? There's no point in and humming about it.
Food of the soul can take on many forms. It's something different for everyone. We sometimes find ourselves far from what and whom we love. We live on the far side of a far country. It's vital to invest these times into one's soul. The lockdown won't last forever, I think. The snow will slowly melt. People will hopefully be able to come and visit again. We may hopefully go to South Africa again. But as things are now, we may not really be able to go anywhere. In the meantime, we'll keep on visiting places like Jinyuetan Park.
好的，谢谢你。
不客气。
Okay, bye bye. 谢谢。That's okay.
But even here it's hard to get into places when our paperwork doesn't check out.
Alright. Maar ek kon dit nog nie toets nie, want ek het nog nooit kon uitkom nie. Ons sit by die huis. Okay.谢谢，拜拜。60，好的。2个。谢谢。Pa, kom ons loop aan. Hierdie is klein.
Het lyk nie soos ys nie, nee. Dit lyk amper soos plastiek.
Hierdie is harde ys.
Jingyatan is the world's largest man-made forest. It's on our doorstep. There's a big city here, sprawl taking up what seems like most of the countryside, but here, not too far from our home, we find ourselves in a corner of the planet that is better off because of people. No matter what limitations we face every day, there is still a life to live, despite funny shaped feet or separation from nature.